Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 10th game that I have been commenting today. 10 games in a row. Oh man, it's been. Oh man, I started commenting at about 6:30 p.m. and it's 1 a.m. now, and I've had only a few breaks in there for food and such. And while some games are downloading, I was watching a movie for a little while. So wow, so probably basically 5 hours of commenting and stuff like that. That's right, 546545641253223. That's what it said on the chat rare. I guess you probably couldn't read it though at this level. This is the ace match of Lecaf Oz versus Samsung, and Lecaf Oz is going to be fielding HiyA, and this is HiyA here in the white Terran, and this is on Wuthering Heights, so I'm not surprised it's Terran versus Terran. Samsung sending in FireBatHero. Very logical choice. He's the best Terran on their team, basically. Oh, that's who we didn't see. We didn't see Jangbi today. I was wondering why they didn't throw in Jangbi. It's possible because he's been preparing for other stuff in star leagues and stuff like that, individual leagues. So, we could be in for a long game because this is a very macro-heavy map generally. Well, actually, no, I take that back. It's not necessarily. I shouldn't say it is. It kind of is a macro map, but ends up being macro-y in turn versus turn. But it's not necessarily a macro map because you only have the two bases nearby. It's not nearly as macro-heavy as some of the other maps in this in the map pool, such as Andromeda or what's that other one? Coliseum or something like that. Um, but yeah, again, not surprising to see Terran versus Terran on Wuthering Heights. Since it's Terran for every map, you couldn't really send out anyone else. HiyA is probably one of the best Terrans on Team Lecaf. For GG is also damn good, but obviously he just lost to FireBatHero, so probably not a good idea to send him into the ace match, especially since Terran versus Terran is his best matchup, and you can expect Terran on this map, especially in the ace match. You're not going to send in anything else for the ace match since it's such an important match. And like I said, I think in a previous video, these two teams are basically in the running right now that for the top spot. Samsung is in first place, but Lecaf I believe is in second, and they're just right behind. So this is a hugely important match for both of these teams, both trying to secure that number one spot. Where in the playoffs you see basically, I'm not sure exactly how the playoffs are going to work this time because they changed the format, but I heard that this is going to be like a half season, and then they're going to start the real double season in the second half of the year. So I think they might be doing it regular style this time, where number 4 plays number 3, and then the winner of that plays number 2, and then the winner of that plays number 1. So if you're number 1, you only have one game to prepare for, and that's for the whole thing. So you don't have to bother with a couple other games to get through difficult opponents to get to that last finals game. And if you're number 2, you still have to play another set against another very difficult team to get to that finals match. And so both teams very much trying to get that number 1 spot. If they lose a lot of games, either team could still theoretically get put out of the I think if they lose the rest of their games, they could still get out because of the fact that things are so close in this matchup, in the Pro League right now, and both players going for 2 factory builds. It looks like. Wait, no, I'm sorry, no, uh, who is that? I forgot who was who for a second. The just totally blanked on HiyA, that's his name. Sorry, I was trying to remember HiyA's name. HiyA going for a 2 factory build, it looks like, and trying to force his way into FireBatHero's base. Oh, Vulture coming in to save the day at the last second there, stopping that scout in. But HiyA's gone for a 2 factory build. FireBatHero has gone for a 1 factory into command center, which is kind of a standard on a map like this with 2 different spawns. He is going to have that SCV outside of the HiyA's base, so it looks like he's not going to try and force in for a scout or anything like that. So if he sees those forces coming out, oh, he might try and get in with the vulture. He might try and get in with the vulture. No, he's gonna send in. He's gonna see the two factories. He's gonna see the two factories. He's gonna see. Oh my gosh, he's seen the two factories. So this is epic. FireBatHero is gonna be able to respond now. Gonna try and figure something out. We'll probably see a bunker going down very quickly. He's probably gonna land that barracks instead of. What is he canceled? That's strange. I wonder what he canceled there. He canceled something. I wonder if it was a second factory, or it might have been a starport or something like that he's canceled. I wish I'd seen what that was. But he's canceled something. He's got his second command center already, so it's too late to cancel that. But it's possible that he canceled a factory so that he would have the minerals for researching mines or something like that to try and create a blockade. And mines would be exactly what he would need. If he can get some mines out there in the field right now, then that could stop this push from HiyA, because he won't be able to move his tanks out, basically. If he'll be able to kind of slowly move them out. Okay, now he's put down a starport, so it's likely that he canceled a starport before, because now he's rebuilding it, I think. That's okay. Actually, no, he was researching siege mode. Researching siege mode, after all, not mines. So I'm sorry about that. Obviously, FireBatHero knows better than I do. I thought he was going to research mines to just kind of put a little bit of a blockade out there, stop the tanks from getting to him for a minute, give him some room to breathe. But instead he's gone for siege mode, but that'll be a good thing to have as well. Although, you know what? The fact that he's got siege mode now means that he might have even started siege mode before he canceled that building. So that's kind of strange. I don't know. Anyway, point being, he's got siege mode now, and that's going to be pretty difficult for HiyA to deal with. He does have those vultures. Sends in the marine to take the hits from the tanks. Vultures going in. There's probably... No, the vulture's dying very easily. There's mines upgraded, but he doesn't plant the mines. He only gets one mine down. Oh, the mine goes off on the tank, though, it sounded like. Yeah, so one tank being killed, but he's got a blockade there, so those vultures are going to have a hard time running in. And that was, I have no idea what HiyA was doing. He sent in 4 vultures and didn't plant any mines, didn't really attack at all. The vultures just kind of got wasted. 2 vultures died immediately. I think that one of the... He only planted 1 mine out of 4 vultures, basically. So, and now the Wraith, and it looks like he tried to go around so that he wouldn't be spotted with the Wraith. But the Wraith is spotted. HiyA must have been expecting this. It's honestly to be expected. So HiyA's got the armory up, so he's going to be able to get Goliaths out pretty quickly. Might see an academy going down, and yeah, there's the academy, so he can get Comsat, because he doesn't want to get caught off guard with FireBatHero getting Cloak immediately and being able to do that. But in the meantime, FireBatHero has taken an early economic lead, though. Somehow it managed to pay off for him. This little 2-factory rush by HiyA did not work, and I guess HiyA decided to build a command center after going for the 2-factory push. Yeah, so that Wraith is going to get pushed back, not going to accomplish too much. Although now he's found a little tank to pick on in the field. Yeah, no control tower going down, so he's not going to go for Cloak. This is pretty similar to what we saw FireBatHero do, actually, in the last game against 4GG. Yeah, basically kind of forcing pressure on him. Although in that one, 4GG actually went for the quick command center, not for a 2-factory. But still, FireBatHero using the same build, getting a quick Wraith just to put pressure on, force him to build an army, force him to build an academy, force HiyA to build some extra buildings to deal with that Wraith and some extra forces. And then, ooh, dangerous business. Dangerous business venturing out into a minefield, and he's not getting Comsat. He's just gonna try and pick them off by microing his... Oh, never mind, he does have Comsat, never mind. Alright, so he does have Comsat, and that's gonna deal with those mines pretty easily. But there are tanks on that ridge. He didn't... Oh, you know... yeah, he did see it. I'm sorry, he did see those tanks. I was trying to figure out whose barracks that was. He did see the tanks with his barracks. Venturing a little bit into their path, taking a couple of hits from those tanks, but quickly falling back, setting up a defensive perimeter there. We might see FireBatHero actually setting up to take the 12 o'clock base, try and keep his economic lead by going for yet another base while he's doing some vulture harassment. Or it's possible he just wants to, you know, have some breathing room for his perimeter there. I'm not sure. He's a bit contained with that ridge, though, so we're probably not going to see him go out and attack anytime too soon. HiyA has the high ground there, so It'd be very hard for FireBatHero to basically bust out right now with those tanks up on that ridge. It can be done. He could send out SCVs to take the hits or something like that. Send in the vultures from behind and that sort of thing. But we'll see what he does. He does have